The two-year reign of a respected champion has come to an end. And now, two new teams vie for the NBA title. Teams that have traveled vastly different paths in pursuit of this prize. For 3 memorable years, red and black were the colors of royalty in the NBA. One man was largely responsible for this exquisite run of sustained excellence. Now, in his first full season back from retirement, Michael Jordan has done what seemed impossible. He has added to his already exalted reputation. He led the Chicago Bulls to an historic regular season, and they've continued their run of superiority into the playoffs. Overshadowed by the Bulls' dominance, the Seattle Supersonics got here by shaking off the specter of past failures. Now these Sonics step onto the NBA's biggest stage for the first time against a team many have already declared the best of all time. An assessment the Sonics could alter, but only by pulling off one of the greatest upsets in sports history. Game 1, next.
Yes, several of Michael's teammates talked about the added pressure as Jordan comes up with the block on Hawkins.
Again, the size of the Bulls guard, something that the Sonics haven't had to face in their earlier rounds.
And Jordan draws the foul. Foul committed by Hawkins.
It's not only the size of the Bulls guards, it's also the lack of execution by the Seattle Supersonics. If they have one weak spot, it is in that half-court execution.
Is going to determine this series. Which one can lead their bench to the greatest performance?
Well, Michael Jordan with his first field goal.
He knew that Perkins had that long look at an easy 3 for him.
Jordan, yes. Michael Jordan missed his. Now Jordan going against Payton. Goes to the fadeaway. Oh, he wanted that shot. He wanted Gary Payton.
As soon as he had Michael's eyes lit up when he saw Payton there, he wanted a piece.
So Jordan, after the slow start, has hit his last 3 of the Bulls lead by 9.
Michael Jordan, because he said Jordan is not looking to pass. He's looking to win this thing on his own. They're down by 4, Marv.
And as you say that, Michael unleashes from 3-point range.
Well, in the last series in the conference final against Orlando, every time Phil Jackson called on Bushler, Steve Kerr.
Lead the Bulls over the Magic.
But Mark, this is a shot out of the triangle offense, which Phil Jackson tells us he wants Michael to stay in because it makes it so much more difficult for Jordan.
With the ball and a 4-point lead. And Jordan is being guarded by Wingate. Jordan to the floor.
So you get by the perimeter defense, which is terrific for Seattle. Gary Payton can't control him, can't keep him in the corner, but there's nobody up top. There's nobody coming from the weak side to knock something down.
But and took that defender away, able with his quickness to find that little seam and get in the basket. And Michael knows that if he
soft for Irvin Johnson, come across that lane and smash that ball through the hoop.
Jordan getting right to him.
Well, once the ball went into Michael Jordan, the quick
is number 4.
Well, the experiment in the first half with Detlef Schrempf having the initial assignment on Michael Jordan didn't.
And 75. Schrempf with all 9 points in the third. Michael Jordan is back. Well, Michael appealing the call.
Well, Michael has been perimeter-minded all night. As soon as he realized the double team was going to come so quickly in that first quarter, and he just has too much quickness for Detlef Schrempf to keep him from getting into the line.
Can't finish at the basket area. Too much size, too much athletic ability for Chicago.
Kukoc from Jordan. 18 for Tony Kukoc.
Michael Jordan in transition, finding his teammates who are all running the floor. Big men just out hustling the Sonics right now. Hot throughout, but they haven't been able to capitalize on that. And Gary Payton has struggled offensively.
Oh, Michael Jordan with a high arcing jump shot. Shot clock at 5. 40 seconds remaining in the game. Jordan, yes. In dramatic fashion. And Hopper able to keep it alive. Good luck from
Longley is a very skilled player. When you rise up for your jumper, as Longley will do here, out of the bottom of your eye, you never think pass. You always want to think
guarding Hopper. The backdoor pass.
Oh, that's part of the triangle offense that you...
Johnson in just under 5 minutes in this first quarter. Jordan gets inside. And the game is tied at 12.
Jordan flashing from the weak side, come and slam it home from the weak side, as Kemp did.
Foul was called on Scottie Pippen. A timeout is taken with 6:43 to go in this first quarter. In game one, got off to the slow start, and that was his first field goal. Sonics lead by 1.
Good thing for Seattle is how many shot attempts they're getting, as Jordan is feeling it perfectly early on. But Seattle has taken twice as many shots as Chicago has now, just playing so disciplined, so under control.
Jordan, the fadeaway on target, and Michael is 5 of 7. He has 10 points.
Chicago's offense not very crisp, but it's always nice to have this man to bail you out. No pressure on the pass from Pippen. Double team, just too slow to get there as Michael turns away from it for that jump shot. And now just taking Hersey Hawkins down to the baseline. Payton coming way too light as Michael rises in the air.
But the good thing for Seattle is the type of shots Jordan's getting. In game one against Detlef Schrempf, he was just driving right through. Hersey Hawkins forced him to the fadeaway. Hannah Storm's got it.
And Jordan for 3. That was an offensive sequence that was not going anywhere, and Michael able to bail them out.
When Kukoc steps into that post area, everybody has to react, take one step closer to him, and that just leaves Jordan. Seattle's done a good job
as this third quarter gets underway. Luke Longley with a nice dish from Michael Jordan. We saw Luke Longley head back to the...
Taking Schrempf off of Jordan has freed up his mind to concentrate on offense.
Jordan over Hawkins. So the matchup for the moment is Hersey Hawkins.
And his eyes are getting wider and wider right now. Just a quick, hard dribble up in the air. Jerry West used to do that on
the front line. Jordan over Hawkins. Last touch by Hawkins. What a play defensively by Michael Jordan.
It gets the Chicago
at the post.
It is so wonderful to see how hard Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, or is it Scott Pippen, work on the defensive end. They just are. Michael Jordan misses a shot here. Luke Longley can't get his hands on it, and Michael Jordan just gets right in Luke's face. And during the timeout, continues to ride Luke Longley, as only a top player can do, who sets such a high standard of excellence.
Air ball. Here comes Jordan. Leading. And George Karl wants a timeout. 20-second timeout called by the Sonics.
Tony Kukoc.
And then Jordan in transition. Sonics failing to get back. Chins on their chest. And this crowd exploding.
By the Sonics since that Chicago 13-point lead. Jordan. Michael Jordan able to penetrate. Rebound. Jordan stripped by Payton, but able to recapture and calls for time. Askew tried to knock it aside. Jordan very upset. He thought he was fouled. 22nd timeout taken by the Bulls.
George Karl was running up the sideline at the beginning of that possession for Chicago, exhorting his team that this is a big stop. They are within 6 points as Michael Jordan losing possession, but so quick with his hands and so strong to dig out that loose ball and get the timeout.
Matt, when that ball's on the floor underneath your basket as a defensive player, you've got to go to the floor to get this ball. Everybody's standing and bending over at the waist, except for Michael Jordan, the best player in the game, diving on his hands and knees to dig that ball out.
And he's in the face of the official, Jess Kersey, as Jordan played by Hawkins. Jordan with the snap and foul.
It is absolutely amazing. Michael Jordan just has such a feel at the offensive end where every other player is on the floor. He had that side clear. He saw the double team coming, but just so quick on the spin to elude that double team, get in the paint and draw contact.
Matt, remember at the beginning we were talking about anticipation on defense. The Sonics have to know that Michael Jordan.
Down to one. Hopper just didn't get it away. Bulls keep it alive. And Jordan draws the foul. Percy Hawkins called for his fourth. And Michael things around. Pippen able to save that backdoor pass. Here is Jordan for three.
The Bulls continue their terrific ball.
And the Sonics too. And the Bulls able to get off to the quick start. Jordan setting up Longley. Yes. Talking to the Bulls.
George Karl not giving anybody a chance to play as Jordan will drain this three. You can just see, as Ahmad was pointing out, the focus, the determination, but those shots have got to go in. Seattle 0 for 3 from behind the line, continuing a disturbing trend as Jordan making that statement game, going at who's ever guarding him.
Right.
Perkins is left-handed.
Jordan, yes. 9 points for Jordan. He's hit 3 of 7. They have been scoring at will in this first quarter.
That's a classic example of just what great offense does to a very good defense. One of the top-rated defenses in the NBA, Seattle, this year.
And a 3 for Jordan. That gives him 12. Bulls lead 30-12.
Well, the Chicago Bulls respect the defense of...
Michael Jordan hits the three-point shot and then comes right back on the defensive end on the advancement of Seattle's offensive possession. The look-away pass and Scotty off to the races, and you have to wonder if Chicago was just toying with Seattle back in the Windy City.
Jordan, yes, nicely done on the setup from Kukoc.
Mark, they just keep moving all the challenge. A very competitive guy, even though quiet personality. Harper out, he knows it's his day.
And Michael Jordan picking it up. He has 20 points. The Bulls by 18.
Well, Tony knows he's playing.
Jordan being guarded by Wingate. Shoots over him. Yes. Oh, Michael is on fire now. He has 22. Foul was called on Sally.
It wasn't too long ago we were saying Michael Jordan, maybe he's trying to do a little too much. Well, hey, he's doing it. Inside, outside, everywhere. As he is really feeling it right now like nobody can cover him.
When we were talking to him before the game today, you could just feel that intensity just coming out, oozing out, if you will.
Bulls with a 56-37 lead. Jordan, yes. Michael Jordan with 25 points in this first half.
I was saying how the Sonics would like to go into halftime, maybe down 10 or 12. Well, it's gone the other way, now to 21. And with all the ideas to double team Michael Jordan, probably the best time would have been to do it these last couple of minutes.
They just cannot hit from downtown, and it leads to this. A fast break bucket by Jordan.
And George Karl has been saying it, if we don't make threes, we cannot win. What a beautiful...
So Jordan, only 2 points in the third quarter, was not part of the offense, but figures to be a different story here in the fourth. Jordan now with 31.
One of those old UCLA people.
When Weddington sets that pick, Kukoc will just dump it right down to him. Sam Perkins too late. The guard, I think, has to go ball side on that play with Jordan particularly, so you can front him down low if he does take that post position.
Pause one little bit.
Jordan with the pull-up. Yes, and a count. Foul committed by Wingate. And Jordan to the line. So kind of a restful third quarter for Michael Jordan, who is certainly right back to it.
It just appears as if the Bulls and Michael Jordan can do whatever they want, whenever they want. Seattle comes back, plays their best basketball of the series in the third, and right away Michael Jordan says, hey, just give me the ball and get out of the way. Jumper in your face. Michael told us he's got things he's got to get done, and he's ready to take care of business.
And here is Jordan. So the Bulls with a 2-0 lead. Are you saying that he's not leveling with them?
About taking care of business in the post. Gary Payton trying to front him. George Karl working with the team on trying to front the post-up players, but Jordan turns to his left shoulder better than anyone in history. And on Kemp in that situation, oh, Jordan to the hoop.
And Rodman able to convert. Seattle has opened up 1 of 8.
And let Payton open once again.
The call against Chicago. Offensive foul on Michael Jordan for using the right arm.
Jordan trying to post up here. The great ones, Jabbar, Bird, McHale, Magic, they all use that off arm to establish that position. The harder you work early, the
less double teaming, more defenders staying with their own man.
Here is Jordan. And Michael Jordan with his third field goal. He has 7 points. 16-point Seattle lead. Here's the lead for Jordan. And a foul. Foul on Jordan. Called for a push. And has some words with the official, Mike Mathis. Jordan trying to get to that alley-oop, that lead pass, pushed off.
Well, there's the overplay, and this is an automatic push Chicago, and you can see why Michael Jordan would object to this call. He absolutely did not push off on that play and argued with referee Mike Mathis about it.
And received a technical foul. Back comes Pippen, has a 3-on-2. Jordan on the drive, yes, and it counts. So Jordan will go to the line.
Well, it all started with a terrific hustle play by Dennis Rodman. He couldn't get the rebound, but he banged it off the glass and then spritzed the floor. But Michael Jordan determined he was going to get to the hole no matter what and no matter who he had to go through.
The ability of Jordan, though, to get in the air. He goes by, flies by one guy, absorbs the contact, and then still in perfect body control.
Sonics 69, the Bulls 49. Backdoor feed. Nice pass from Rodman to
Offense, anytime the ball goes into the post and you're in that corner area, you make that hard cut to the basket. Beautifully executed pass by Dennis Rodman, the bounce pass in stride. And the Sonics have been overplaying, and the Bulls should have been taking more advantage.
Square Garden. It was Jeff Van Gundy's second game as head coach of the Knicks. And the Knicks beat the Bulls 104-72. It counts, and the foul. So Jordan will go to the line. Right here, the Bulls are down by 24 with 7:42 to go in this fourth quarter. Hawkins called for the foul here.
Well, a number of times when the ball has gone inside to Michael Jordan, good things happen. Not necessarily Michael always scoring, but that time he got it done. Other times he has got it with the pass out.
Jordan, played by Kemp. And he called for a discontinue. And he is in the face of Bill Oates. Closing in on, well, that could have been a technical. He has already been hit with one. I saw it register on the face of Bill Oates. And then he decided not to call it, but that could have easily been a technical foul and departure for Michael Jordan, and the Sonic bench very upset that it was not called a technical.
Well, all of Key Arena unhappy that a technical wasn't called as the mishandle by Michael, and then that called, and then this kind of reaction got the technical earlier.
If that was Rodman, he would have been gone.
Out on the offensive end for Seattle.
Shrimp. Nice move, but way off on the shot, and here is Jordan. Michael Jordan on the breakaway.
With a different look on Sean Kemp is the beautiful outlet pass by Rodman over the top. Payton unable to take care of business. Now he can make up a lot with his athletic ability, but nobody's going to catch that.
And Kemp has all 8 Seattle points. Here's the alley-oop for Jordan, who beat Payton for his second field.
Off and almost like on a trampoline. Perfect timing, perfect feed from Tony Kukoc as Michael Jordan, way above the rim, takes care of business.
Sonics have missed 7 of the last 8 shot attempts. Payton going at Jordan. Could not get the shot off and is called for a foul and is very upset.
It was a good foul. Jordan went for the fake. Payton attacked while he was in the air. Man's in the air like this, you take advantage. Few players better in history of this than Larry Bird to get the guy just 1 little inch off balance and then attack that hoop. Easy play to call.
And just demonstrative reaction.
That left Shrimp replaced by Hersey Hawkins. And Jordan able to get inside. Michael's 3rd field goal, 3 of 5, 6 points.
Now here's Michael Jordan in the post, and this is what the Bulls had trouble with in Game 4, that little lob pass on the little release.
Dennis Rodman continues to be a non-factor.
Scottie Pippen is trying to shoot his way back into it. Michael Jordan, yes, and it counts.
The strain of the playoffs wears on. He'll continue to shine.
Jordan, yes, and it counts. So Michael getting very serious here in the second quarter. Another 3-point opportunity. Jordan going to the left hand against McMillan, and then able to hit, draws the foul. We'll be back in a moment.
And we talked at the end of Game 4, Marvin, about Chicago having to fight these guys off back from square one. Jordan able to deliver out of the timeout, but this crowd is so wild, so raucous, they will not let their Sonics stop pushing tonight.
Shrimp. Rebounded by Rodman. Jordan behind the back to beat Gronkowski. That goes right at Wingate. What a move by Michael Jordan. And he's foul being indicated by Jess Kersey.
Well, on the fly pattern to Michael Jordan on the catch, realizing he had a defender there, able in midair to collect himself, go behind his back, and gather himself and still finish the play. A spectacular Michael Jordan play.
A little bit of everything. You go high to catch the ball, you land, you change direction in midair. 2 or 3 different times. You shoot on the way back.
In this first half. But the Bulls get it right back, setting up for a final shot of the half. Jordan fires. And the Sonics lead by 1. 10 seconds to go.
Dictating the flow. Magnificent, beautiful performance.
Nice move by Jordan. Michael again taking it to the hoop. And he's been going to the drive more frequently than
Michael Jordan with a bent on getting to the basket with that quick, hard move, and stumbled a little bit here as he gathered.
Whoa.
Just shuffling his feet to get away from some defenders and get that shot off. We've seen a lot of walking calls tonight, but not on this occasion, as Michael able to escape the defense, get into the lane, and put it up softly.
No thought process.
Jordan with the roll. Yes! Michael Jordan with 24. Sonics 61 and the Bulls 59 in the fourth quarter.
Well up the lane that time for Sean Kemp. That'll be the key for Seattle the rest of the way.
Jordan. So Michael Jordan back on This on his first.
I know he's watching. To my wife and to my kids, and to my mother, my brothers and sisters. This is for Daddy.
Dennis Rodman very quiet. Game 5 in Seattle. To Michael Jordan. Oh, he knew on the release. He began to walk back down court.
Scottie Pippen getting the ball with the shot clock winding down. There's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Michael decides not to drive it, see what he's got with the jump shot first, as the Chicago bench glad to see Michael get off so well.
The Bulls obviously would prefer having Kukoc come off the bench. Jordan for Longley. Well, the double team stopped Jordan at the baseline, but he was able to hit Longley.
Against Sean Kemp, he just gets right to the hoop. Sean closes out on him, and then Jordan pulls the ball back, and Sam Perkins breaks down defense. A chance to go for the victory, and Scottie Pippen continues to play perfect basketball.
Standing ovation for the Bulls. They take a 27-18 lead in this opening minute of the second.
Scottie Pippen defending the bigger Sam Perkins will step in front for the steal to start one of the fast breaks and one of the rare ones for Chicago, as they have not had very many. But Scottie Pippen right here in the middle of the floor, nobody coming up to stop him. Michael Jordan running this lane, and wide man over here, and Scottie Pippen just making the right play with the perfect bounce pass to finish off the fast break.
And the good ball movement by Chicago continues. They've got 10 baskets and 8 assists, and the people in Chicago are ecstatic.
Well, this crowd has been into it early second quarter. And the Bulls lead 27-21. Well, Steve Kerr.
Michael Jordan drawing the attention of the defense, getting up in the air, finding Kerr wide open, and the crowd, you could feel it in the tone. They wanted Steve to make that, and he really put a beautiful arc on that shot to get the first one. And Michael is so in tune anytime around the basket, feeling the defense, finding the open man, and Scottie Pippen appreciates that kind of basketball.
Longley back. Trying to draw contact, no call, but Longley got it to Jordan. Here's Jordan. Michael able to elevate. Bulls lead 33-27.
Marvin.
Got the step on Frykowski. Jordan with the putback.
Defensive rebounding. Again, you think of championship teams, you think of big guys snatching balls. And
the Bulls have a 15-point lead. Seattle calling for time.
the pass by Dennis Rodman, who's been doing everything here in the third. This has just become a clinic for Chicago at the basket. Michael Jordan so ecstatic. George Karl forced to call a timeout. Things falling apart for Seattle. They're in desperate straits at this moment.
It's gone by in the fourth quarter. Chicago with the ball. They're up by 9. And here is Jordan coming up short, but he drew the foul. Oh, he wanted that off the spin. His shooting's been off. He's 5 or 15. He's 9 of 10 at the line, and he'll go back to the line after that foul by Schrempf.
Matt mentioned earlier about the great ones when the game's not happening from the perimeter, get to the foul line. Looked like he was going to clear out a little bit with the stiff arm.
87-75, and we're in the final second. The Chicago Bulls have won the 95-96 NBA championship. Make it 4 in 6 years as they defeat the Sonics 87-75. And they are going wild in the Windy City.
tremendous accomplishment by Michael Jordan.
And now, the questions in terms of contract signing involving Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman. On the other side of the ledger, George Karl of the Seattle Sonics. We will have the presentation of the championship trophy in just a moment. An emotional moment for Michael Jordan. The tears are flowing.
Thanks, Bob. Michael, I know that the first one was sweet, but how much sweeter was this one?
Well, you know, I can't even put it in words. On Father's Day, what it means to me.